Clear communication aligns with the mindfulness value of acceptance, facilitating open, judgment-free dialogue, clearly explaining the options for postpartum recovery without minimizing these emotional responses. I know um, my first baby, I had no complications, perfectly healthy baby. I was upset because I hadn't lost any weight. My doctor was like, looked at me like, you have a healthy baby and you are healthy. I was like, it wasn't until later on I was like, huh, I need to focus on some of those things. Like, she was able to really understand I can't fit any of my pants, all of these things that I was really feeling. She was like, you got a very healthy baby. You are 100% healthy. It was funny. It became because we were able to connect in such a way that she was able to like say that to me. And I needed to hear that because I needed to show appreciation. I needed to understand these things, autonomy, unique choices. All of these things are so important. Being able to co-regulate is extremely important. Emotional stability, um, you know, pairs with this warmth and affection, a provider who's offering calm presence, reassuring gestures, and a supportive tone. You have this in your handouts to remind yourself of this. Hopefully, you can get this entire PowerPoint so that you can have some of these here. Um, and I want to talk about you all. How y'all feeling? Oh my gosh. Look at this. I could not believe this. One third of OB-GYN professionals are experiencing symptoms of post-traumatic stress disorder, intrusive thoughts, hypervigilance, emotional numbing. How y'all feeling? Avoiding these behaviors, right? Avoidance behaviors. Direct result of repeated exposure to your own, some other traumatic events, emergencies, maternal, fetal loss, witnessing patients suffering. These things are happening. Just over half of OB/GYN professionals have been educated about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, symptoms, impact. Well, not today, 100% today. 100% of you all today educated about this. But without this education, y'all are not being able to recognize these signs in your patients and yourself. Secondary trauma, not being able to understand the secondary trauma of what's happening with you, delayed or missed opportunities for intervention and support. 13%. Oh my gosh. What is this? Despite this high prevalence of PTSD symptoms, some very small percentage of y'all are seeking help. Is it stigma, lack of time, fear of professional repercussions? What is preventing all of us from going in and getting the care that we need? Untreated PTSD does not get better by itself. It has to be treated. It leads to burnout, depression, or even just saying, I don't want to be a doctor anymore. I'm out of here. I'm out of this profession. Symptoms, half of OB/GYN professionals experience burnout, emotional exhaustion. Common symptom here. Burnout is feelings of being just emotionally drained, depersonalization, just detaching from the whole thing. Like, it's reducing your personal accomplishment. I mean, we just went through the statistics in Tennessee. I mean, y'all are up against it. It affects your well-being as providers. You feel so limited. You're like, there's only so much I can do. How do you grapple with all of these things? But it's important to understand that because you don't want to reduce your empathy.